Hey guys, hey, it's your girl Kiki back, and I'm back with another story time for you guys. Now before I get into this, I gotta put a disclaimer, so I'll get right back to you guys. I do not condone violence or any of the sort. This is just entertainment purposes only. So yeah, now you're probably wondering, what's the story time gonna be? This story time is gonna be how I got arrested. You're probably gonna be like, arrested? Yes, arrested. Now let's get into this video. Okay, so boom. So it was November 30th, 2023, and I remember this because it was a couple days after Thanksgiving, right? Keep that date in mind, right? So it's the morning, whatever, and I had woke up. So I'm sitting here, I'm just like, I'm not feeling it, like I'm not in the mood, because I felt like I already felt like something bad was gonna happen, like just based off the energy that's just going on. Because before we even moved into here, guys, it was already just like constant, like, you know, altercations with this person. Now the person that I'm talking about is the previous neighbor. Okay, we're not gonna name drop, no, it's just, we're gonna call him crazy neighbor. Okay, keep that in mind. So I had woke up already. I wasn't, like, you know, in the mood. I already felt like something was just going on, and yeah, so I had got myself together, whatever, and I had went downstairs to the mail because my mom had asked me to go check the mail for her. Mind you, it was like 10, 11, so I'm just like, you know, okay, we're waiting for mail, because, you know, obviously I had a package coming that I was waiting for, and then, you know, her. So boom, I go freshen up, whatever. I go downstairs and I go to check the mail. Mind you, as I'm going downstairs, guess who's in the corner on the porch, standing like this? Let me show y'all. He's standing there looking like a little creep, and I'm just like, when I open the door, like, hello, like, the fuck? What is you standing there for? So mind you, he got like a little cat with him, and the cat just like looking. So I'm just like, okay. Boom, after I get scared over there, I'm just on the phone. My mom just checking for packages and mind you, I look on the floor and I see my mom's letter just sitting on the floor. So I'm like, what the hell? So I go in the mailbox, I check if she got mail, grabbed her other mail, and then I seen that one of her letters were on the floor. Mind you, her letter was stomped on, ripped, all that stuff. Keep in mind, this is her SSI letter, so I'm just like, did she put this down here, or was that him who went and took it out and, you know, did what he did? Mind you, I'm looking at his shoes, so I knew it was him. So I'm just like, okay, so I'm gonna go bring this up to her and show her, because, like, why would you even do that to even begin with? So boom, I go upstairs or whatever, and I'm on the phone telling her, and I'm just like, you know, just talking to her, and I'm telling her, you know, your packages are here, whatever. But I brought the letter upstairs because that's very important, you know, you don't play with nobody's SSI. So as I'm going upstairs, you know, I'm kind of like furious, because I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you, you know? And not only that, but my sister's, you know, disability check was in there as well, so it was stepped on too. So obviously I'm gonna feel mad, because, you know, that's disrespectful, you know, you don't, you know. So when I go upstairs to her, I brought everything to her. I was like, hey mom, by any chance, like, you know, did you leave this outside or whatever? And she was like, no. And I showed her everything, because it was stepped on and ripped and all that stuff. So mind you, my mom is getting ready for her appointment, whatever, you know. And I'm just explaining to her, like, you know, I went downstairs, you know, as you told me to go, check for your stuff and my stuff as well. And I seen this on the floor, and it was ripped and open, and I just wanted to make sure that, you know, it wasn't you. So when I'm explaining to her, you know, she's getting ready, whatever, she's already not in the mood, you know, she don't want to go to her appointments early, you know. I don't blame her, because nobody wants to go to appointments so early. So when I told her what happened, you know, she got furious, you know, she got upset, because it's like, you know, that's invasion of privacy, and you're touching other people's stuff without permission, you know. Not only that, but important stuff like that. So when I went to go, you know, explain everything, and we're talking, she got mad, as I said, and, you know, she started, you know, talking, you know, just talking her shit, whatever. As she's talking her stuff or whatever, she's explaining to my, my stepdad what's going on. And, he was sleeping, so he didn't really, pay too much attention to what's going on because, he's asleep. So he woke up, she's telling him what's going on. And, obviously he's going to get upset because, that's important stuff. You don't go and touch nobody's stuff, So we're just sitting there talking about it. And then that's when it got a little heated because my mom was so frustrated that he went and touched her stuff. So as we're talking about it, my mom got upset, she got dressed and she went downstairs. Mind y'all, this is where it takes a quick, turn and it escalates. I'm about to get to it right now. After my mom finished explaining what was going on to my stepdad and she finished getting dressed or whatever the case may be, she went downstairs and she went to the neighbor. So when she went to the neighbor, she told him like, hey, can you stop touching my stuff? Like, that's invasion of privacy and I don't appreciate you stepping on my stuff. He goes, you know what he do, guys? He looks at her, he goes, like, the fuck? Like, who are you? So that happened, right? My mom calls me, whatever, she's going off. She forgot that I'm on the phone. So I'm just like sitting there like, the hell? So she comes upstairs and she's, mad. Like, she's still mad because he touched it. So she starts going off even more. So then she go back upstairs to finish getting ready. So she's talking to my stepdad and, we're talking about it. So my stepdad got dressed or whatever. And mind you, like, as we're talking about it, it's like, I kind of understand where my mom is coming from because it's like, why would you, like, just even sit here to think, just, hey, let me just go in somebody's mail and just touch your stuff? Because, like, that's just random and weird. So when she's, going back to explaining and whatever, we're just listening to her, because it's understandable. Like, that's my stuff. Like, you don't go and touch my stuff. So my mom called the cops or whatever to explain to them, like, hey, my stuff has been open, my SSI, my daughter's disability check, that's personal stuff, So when she's explaining that, whatever, my stepdad's just getting dressed while we're all talking, and we go to go walk her downstairs, right? So we're about to walk her downstairs for her appointment, and this is where it really went left, okay? After all that stuff had happened, after they had got dressed and we were about to walk her downstairs, I had went back upstairs, right? This is when the neighbor decides to attack my parents. I'm walking upstairs because I had just finished, coming from her room and we was walking her to her lift. He decides to go attack them, whatever, and my mom, she calls me, she's like, Kiki, come downstairs now, come downstairs. Mind you, I'm sitting there, I ran back downstairs, I put my shoes on, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm confused. Like, literally right when I walk upstairs, it escalated, like, it just blew up right then and there. So I come downstairs, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm just like panicking because it happened so fast. I seen him, like, he's just attacking everybody. I'm just like y'all need to stop. Like, it was scary because it's like, it's babies in the house, like, you gotta really, so I'm sitting there, I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck do I do? I'm just panicking because I'm seeing blood everywhere and it's just chaos going everywhere. As this is going on, like, I'm sitting here, like, I'm recording for our safety just in case if the cops, like, ask what, happened. And I caught it on video. I don't know if I would put it in here, but at the same time, yeah. So when I had caught it on video, he over here, like, trying to find rocks and stuff to throw. Mind you, he slashed, like, my stepdad's face all right here with a rock. Like, how did you even maintain to find a rock so fast? But if I put the video here, if y'all really, like, look closely, you can literally see, like, he's reaching. He's like, So I'm sitting there, I'm nervous. I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, right? Here comes my damn sisters. I'm just like, my sisters had came downstairs, obviously we're, they're gonna help, so they just, oh my god, like, everybody just everywhere. I'm just like, what the fuck? So my little sister decides to go upstairs and grab a broom and just, like, try to get him off because, like, he, was attacking, everybody. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, You know, I'm just sitting there like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, I'm stuck in the predicament, like, oh. So as I'm like sitting there just watching this unwind, I'm just sitting there like stuck. I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? I'm in my head like, bro, you know, y'all, I got a call, but back to the story. So I'm in my head, I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? Everything going on, everybody just, I'm just like, in the corner. So my other sister, right, come downstairs. She start getting the swinging. She just now everybody just and I'm still there just like, like I didn't want to intervene. I'm just like, while everything going on. Boom. As my sisters get involved, everybody's still fighting. Mind you, while they fighting, right, the neighbor goes and he hits my mom. So my mom, she falls on the floor. Now he's looking at my mom. Y'all, for the interruptions, I got another call. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, so my mom, she's on the floor laying like this. So he's looking at my mom while everybody just fighting. And I come and I grab my mama like very quickly, like I picked her up, because if I didn't, he was gonna get her. Like, I'm just like, the look he gave, it was like a I'm gonna kill you type of look. So I had to grab her up like instantly. So after I had grabbed her up, they still going at it, just do. Mind you, while all this is going on, you know, after I picked my mom up, I'm asking her, are you okay? Like, you know, my mom's trying to like pull him off. So he's still going, and we trying to like get everybody to like stop. Mind you, somebody had called the police. I don't know who, but the police had got called, and I'm assuming it's from the neighbors because nobody else really, you know. So yeah, so after all that's going on or whatever, right? The whole thing's going on, and the Uber driver, like, he's sitting there like as I told y'all before, when my mom was about to go to the appointment and she was about to get her Uber and he attacked. The Uber driver was sitting there and he's seen everything literally go on. Like, he was there for the whole entire thing, and he was recording, like, you know, the whole thing. Boom. As everything going on, he's sitting there. My other sister went upstairs, right? She went upstairs and grabbed freaking pots. The other one still had the broom, and then she stopped after a minute. The other one went upstairs and grabbed freaking pots and decides to knock the Mario coins out this dude's head. Right? After that happened, whatever, right? After she did that, the freaking pot had broke on his head. So after the pot broke, they threw whatever, and he went to go freaking grab it. Then gonna jump off the porch like a freaking weirdo and go grab it. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like, oh no, not today, because he was about to use the pot so he can like hit one of us. So I go off the porch, open the door, he looking at me like, I'm looking at him like, so I go, right? He still got the pot. I go and I walk to him like, cause he ain't intimidating me. Baby, I ain't scared, okay? You're not intimidating me because you got a pot. So I go, I grab the pot, right? I snatch it from him. I said, like this, like I took it. I was like, nigga, you not finna use our goddamn pot against us. Hell nah. So I take the pot, right? And I go and I put it upstairs. Mind you, as I'm going upstairs to go put it away, my mom yelling at me like, go put it away. The handle and all that stuff, because you know that's evidence, you know, of everything that was going on. We can't have that going on because, you know, yeah. So boom, after that happened, whatever, after the fight was done, you know, it's blood everywhere. We trying to, you know, clean everything up because it was like so much blood everywhere. Like, I kid y'all not, while everything was going on, I had blood right here on my hand. I had blood everywhere. So I went to go get some tissue, you know, for my dad, so, you know, at least put something on his face. I wet it up a little bit, and then I gave it to him so he could put it like right here, because he had the dash all right here, and it was a lot of blood. And I brought some water down so, you know, he could, like, you know, at least rinse it, you know, until the meantime being. So boom, after I had did that, whatever, me and my sister, we trying to clean off the blood, and we waiting for the cops to come. This dude goes across the street to the ambulance, and he goes, oh yeah, he makes up a story, right? He goes, oh yeah, the girl over there hit me with a pot on my head. Mind you, while they're fighting, right, he didn't get hit until after the fact. His head hit like the house, so he was already bleeding like before he got hit with the pot. So he goes right to the ambulance, as I said, and the fire trucks or whatever the case may be. And he goes, he lies, he makes up a little story, whatever, and he says that it was me. So we not thinking much of it, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, like, we're just gonna wait. So my mom, you know, she's panicking or whatever the case may be. My mom has sent my sisters upstairs to go watch the babies while everything's going on, so we can explain what's going on. Fast forward, right, whatever, so the cops come. So we're explaining our side to them, you know, we're telling them what had happened, how he attacked, and whatever the case may be. And it seemed like since the stories were so different, what was going on, like, they didn't know what to believe. Plus, not only that, but they didn't have like video evidence to, you know, go off of what was being said. But we had proof of what was going on, but they didn't give us a chance to, like, you know, show it, which is kind of, you know, weird. So as me and my mom are explaining to the cops what's going on, my stepdad's, you know, trying to explain his side to the cops, but he couldn't really get like a sense of that because he was unconscious, because, you know, he got hit with a rock in his face. So excuse me, sorry. After all that was going on, right, they come back, then they leave, whatever. They had come back upstairs, because I guess they were like just writing down the stories to see what was going on, because nothing really matched up, I guess, whatever was being said. It was basically like giving he said, she said type of moment to them, I guess. So they come back, and they come knock on the door, you know, we're with the babies and all that stuff, when everything is going on, whatever the case may be. So when we're with the babies, I opened the door for the cops, right? You know, they asked for my name, or, you know, whatever, the people who told the stories. So they asked for me and my mom. But what they said was for us to come downstairs. So we're going downstairs, we're like, okay, like, you know, what's going on? Like, what's gonna happen? So when we go downstairs, they tell me, they're like, unfortunately, since we don't know who's telling the truth or what's going on or whatever the case may be, that they had to arrest me. So mind you, they was talking about that their body cams were on the whole time that we were having the conversation, but nothing wasn't even being recorded. Keep that in mind. Nothing was recorded, nothing was being said, or the actual conversation was said. Like on the body cam when they were talking to us, they didn't have their body cam on how they was usually supposed to. So they go already, you know, they tell my mom, oh yeah, she has to get arrested because of such and such or whatever the case may be. He thought that I hit him with the pot because me and my sister look alike a lot. So he got me and my sister confused. But remember, guys, as I said earlier in the video, we already had altercations with him before we moved in. So he already didn't like me. So that's why he, you know, targeted me, you know? So he decided to go after me because I'm the oldest, you know? And that's, he think he about to, you know? Yeah, so he goes after me because he knows I'm the oldest, and he sees that me and my sister look at her, so he just chose me instead of my sister, because he know my sister is a minor, and he know he's not going to go after her because that's not going to get him no type of whatever the case, whatever you want to, you know. And yeah, so when they told me that, I'm looking at my mom like, arrested? What I'm getting arrested for? I ain't do that. I'm just sitting there, I'm sitting here literally looking at them, I'm like, arrested? What am I getting arrested for? I ain't do that. I ain't even fight. I ain't even touch him. Nothing. So I'm sitting there, I'm getting frustrated because it's like, while all this is going on, my stepdad's in the ambulance, so it's like everything's going on all at once. It's just frustrating. So I'm sitting here crying out of frustration, and I'm screaming at everybody, just lashing out. I'm just like, what do you mean I gotta go to jail? And they had me take out all my jewelry, everything. I was dead crying because I was mad. I'm like, what am I getting arrested for? So my mom, she calls my dad, you know, she's telling him what's going on, and she's just calling everybody, just telling them, like, you know, what's going on. So as I'm taking my jewelry out, you know, she's telling me, you know, like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine and all this stuff. And I'm just like, it's not even about that. Like, what am I being arrested for, you know? So while she's on the phone with my dad, she's telling him what's going on and all this stuff. So that's when they, you know, after I happened to take out my jewelry, that's when they, you know, they took me. But before they took me, they made me take down a contact number so I can call somebody while I'm there. And, you know, I just put my mom, because I didn't know my dad number by heart. I'm not gonna lie, chat. So I put my mom And right after that happened, that's when, after the conversation happened with the police or whatever, that stuff, and the contract stuff, all that stuff that was going on, that's when they had took me whatever to the cop car and all that. And that's when they took me away. Mind you, all this stuff happened, like, it's like 10, 11 in the morning. Like, it was so early when everything happened. And yeah, like, they took me away and I had got arrested for nothing. And y'all chat, right? As I'm getting arrested, right? They over here patting me down and junk and all. I'm just like, why are you touching my boob, you freaking weirdo? She said, I'm just like, okay, all right. We get you trying to check me, but like, you're touching me a little too much and I don't like that. I felt uncomfortable. So she put the cuffs on my hands, right? Y'all see how skinny my hands are? She put them shit so tight to the point where I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I'm so serious. I'm sitting in the back of my hands like this, just like, can I like get a little something, because I'm over here suffocating, bro. Like, my hands, they were so tight on my hands, like I had the marks all right here and I had bruises because of how tight she put the cuffs. So when she took me or whatever to the freaking place where I got locked up at, chat, she snatches my bonnet off my head. Luckily my hair was flat. She go, I'm looking at her, I'm like, so then that's when they start questioning me, right? You know, about my age, name, and all that. I'm looking at her, I'm like, you didn't have to snatch my bonnet because that was unnecessary. But I know you can't wear, like, you know, whatever. So yeah, they just asked me all that stuff or whatever. I'm just sitting there just like, you know what I'm saying? So after I get through all that, whatever, I go to call my mom, but like, the phone, it's a box phone. They have you crouched down so you can like call. So while I'm trying to call my mom, like, I can't hear nothing because everybody's so loud. So I'm getting frustrated. And I'm looking at them like, can y'all shut the hell up so I can hear the phone? They looking at me, they're like, yeah, I told y'all shut the hell up because I can't hear my mama. Don't be surprised because y'all was loud as hell. So I tried calling her again, and then the phone that I was on, I don't know what happened to it, but as soon as I went to go call my mom, like, the whole thing like just went out. So I had to go over to the next phone, like the second phone that was next to it. So that one started working back normally. The second one, number one. The first one, I don't know what happened. She said something was wrong with it, so I just went to the second one. So boom, I'm on the second phone, I'm trying to call my mom, whatever, and I can't hear them because again they was being loud. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna just try and call her later or whatever, because they was rushing me to call her. I'm just like, you know what, whatever. So after I did that, whatever, they was telling me my bond, whatever, and my bond was $50,000, which I'm gonna put right here. And then I guess they were negotiating stuff or whatever, like talking to my mom about it. They told her that it was $50,000. If not, like, if they couldn't get me out, I would have to stay and just go into the next day to court not knowing what's going on. So after that, whatever, after they had, you know, talked about it to my parents and all that stuff, they put me in the cell. Right. This is where it gets very trifling, right? Why I'm sitting in the cell and they bring him in, right? Why the hell they gonna sit here and put the neighbor in front of my cell? I'm sitting here like the whole time I'm there, I'm just like, y'all messy. Because why would y'all put this little freaking freak in front of me? Like, the fuck? Y'all, while I'm in there, like, they just kept bothering me. Like, it's a one lady in there, she just kept bothering me, just knocking on my cell, just just knocking, bothering me. It's like, girl, get the fuck out my face and leave me alone. So I'm in there, I'm just like, bro, I'm ready to get out. Take me out of my misery. Take me. So while I'm in there, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was crying because it's like, I'm in here for what? Like, you know, I didn't do nothing. Like, I really did not, you know? So as I'm sitting there thinking, right, why the hell they gonna try and give me a freaking bed by the time that I'm about to leave? That whole time I was in there, I just kept sleeping on the metal. And mind you, when I was in there, when I was sleeping, that kind of like messed up my neck right here because I had went to the hospital when I had got out and stuff the day after, because I had like bruises from me sleeping on it because it was so hard. So as I'm sitting there, she kept bothering me. Just like, girl, I'm over you. I'm over you, dude. I'm over you. Leave me alone. So time go by, whatever. And they had, after after my dad had left the hospital, they had brought him, right, to the same one. So I was sleeping when that happened, right? But when I heard him, like, when I heard my stepdad come in, I was just like, is that him? Like, is that him? Because I know his voice. So I was just like, that is him. I got up. But he can't see me because the way the cell is like, you know? So it was facing like this way. So the door is like, I don't know how to explain how the room is, but it's like the door is like this, and then the bed was like this. So the freaking door and the windows, he can't see me, but I could see him. So when I'm looking out through it, like, I can see him coming in, and like I started crying because I'm like, yo, like, this is crazy. My dad's here, like, you know. And when I heard him talking, I'm just like, damn, like, I cried, like, because, you know, we're like, we here, and I'm hearing him, you know, explain his name and everything, and all that. So I guess when he had came in, he saw my picture, and then, you know, yeah. So while that's going on, I'm just like, damn, like, we're really here, like, this is crazy. So another few hours go by, whatever, and I'm in there to like, what, 7, 6, I think. I don't even remember the time exactly because, hello, I didn't have a phone or no time to tell what time it really was. So when time go by, they come knock on my thing again. The same lady, she's like, give it a few, you're gonna leave. And I'm just like, oh, thank God, because I couldn't take another minute being with her. Like, she's so annoying. Like, she's like a toxic ex you can't get rid of. I'm just like, so yeah. So when she came and told me that, I was just like, oh, thank you, Jesus. He looking at me in the cell. He's like, I'm just like, I'm out. You're not. As I'm leaving, the guard want to go, you want to keep that food as a memory? Fuck no. I don't want that nasty shit. I'm allergic to chocolate milk anyways. So I look at the food. I just, right when I was leaving. Mind y'all, while I'm in the cell, they trying to give me nasty ass chocolate milk, fucking orange juice, and freaking a nasty ass bologna sandwich. And I'm looking at it, that shit looks so nasty. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? I ain't eating it. I don't want that. So that's why he trying to make that. Just talking about, you want to keep that as a souvenir? Do I look like I want to keep that nasty shit? No. So we're leaving out, whatever, and I'm about to go get my stuff. So as I'm getting my stuff, whatever, you know, they gave me my court date, December 7th, 2023. Yep. And that was pretty quick too, by the way. Yeah, so they gave me my court date, whatever, they gave me my papers or whatever. Let me show y'all. Actually, they gave me this paper right here on my court date, whatever. And that's when they told me December 7th, 2023 is your first court date, or your first appearance, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, okay, boom. So as I got my stuff, I'm leaving or whatever. And I go outside, and he's walking me outside, whatever. And I see everybody there, you know, I see my mom and both my dads there. So as I'm walking out, whatever, my stepdad came to me and gave me the biggest hug when it happened, like, and we cried, like, I'm not gonna lie, chat, we literally cried, like, together when that happened, you know. So I see my mom, you know, my mom, my aunt, and my you know, my other dad, and excuse me, they come, they see me, they're like, you okay, and all that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And they all hug me, whatever. And then that's when, you know, my mom, you know, was paying the bondsman money to get me out. And yeah, and after that, I had went home. They were talking for a little bit to the bondsman, whatever. And yeah, basically what happened on how I got arrested, because I didn't fully get into detail the first time when I was explaining it to you guys, so I wanted to make a video on it. But I do have some good news to top all this off. Since we're talking about it, it's been 8 months since this situation happened, right? And guess what? I need a drum roll. Your girl is finally free. 8 months I'm dealing with this. And I also forgot to mention, because the charges that they gave me were, oh shit, they gave me 2nd-degree assault and disturbing the peace. I ain't disturbed no peace, and I ain't even put my hands on him, so why am I getting charged? But y'all, I just wanted to share the news with you guys because it's been a rough 8 months dealing with this situation, but I'm so happy that it's finally over and I can finally sleep peacefully, because this was like something that was weighed over my shoulders for so long, and now I just feel at ease since it's dismissed, you know. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video for me, please, and thank you. And yeah, I'm out of here. Toodles. Don't forget to mention I have new videos coming on the way for you guys, so stay tuned. This is one of them, but I got more. Stay tuned, chat.
Give me one break, I need